Hi everyone and welcome to our English lesson. And in this video we are here again. So we are going to try to improve our English by talking on a beautiful topic, yes, which is about our inner energies, or in another word, which is about our inner powers, yes. As the experts say that, or as it is said that, maybe as everybody accepts that power is not power unless it is controlled or unless it is disciplined, unless it is taken under control. Yes, so what comes to my mind is now that our inner energies, our inner powers really need to be controlled. Yes, they really need controlling. Okay. Now let's start with the first page of our presentation. Intellect, desire, and anger. We must discipline or train, yes, our intellect to improve our character and skills. Which other inner energies do we have to discipline? Of course, we have to discipline our desire as well in order to know what to desire, what to want. And then anger is another inner power of us. Yes, we have also anger, and it really needs disciplining and controlling. Yes, image says a nice thing. Let me read it. Wisdom is the right use of knowledge. Yes. Everybody uses knowledge, but what counts, what matters is that knowledge should be used in a right way. So wisdom is necessary for every single of us. Of course, it is a very high point, high target, but it is for us. Okay. An introduction to the presentation by ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT says that let's think and speak about the profound, deep facets of building personality in this presentation, from disciplining the intellect, desire, and anger to embracing knowledge and nurturing holistic health. We shall discover the keys to personal flourishing and societal harmony. Social harmony is also possible. If intellect, desire, and anger are disciplined, justice, yes, balance or coherence, harmony is achieved. Why is it difficult but vital to achieve justice? Yes, I think before justice, wisdom is achieved, and so justice is built on those wisdom. So the way to wisdom, is through the disciplined intellect, disciplined desire, and disciplined anger. Yes. Now the image says interpersonal skills, the behaviors and tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. Yes, interpersonal skills are those that we use them to interact with others effectively. Just as we need the knowledge of food and drink, we also need the knowledge of science. Yes, it is quite natural that we don't eat anything we find. Yes, but we are really choosy, picky when it comes to eating and drinking something. The knowledge of what else do we also need? Of course, we also need the knowledge of art and aesthetics, the knowledge of law and legitimacy, the knowledge of wisdom, peace, justice, prudence, jurisprudence. Yes. The knowledge of what else do we also need? We also need the knowledge of civility, the knowledge of ethics, the knowledge of religion. Knowledge is, image says, knowledge is of no value. Yes, knowledge is valueless. It starts like this with a negative introduction. Knowledge is of no value. Knowledge is valueless. When it is, yes, when is it valueless? If you do not put it into practice. So, knowledge is for practicing. Now, let me read it from the beginning again. Knowledge is of no value unless you put it into practice. So, knowledge is knowledge when it is practiced. Yes, power is power when it is controlled, when it is disciplined, and knowledge is knowledge when it is practiced. Okay, let me read the image first. Holistic health, which includes physical health, spiritual health. Spiritual health, emotional health, yes, the whole health or holistic health. This is holistic health. In another word, it is the whole health, including physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. Yes, sides, aspects. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. If you or if we develop mentally, we behave rationally. Yes, because mental evokes rationality, patterns, discipline, rules. Yeah, logic. Yes, mentality is associated with logic, rationality. How do you behave if you develop emotionally? Yes, if we develop emotionally, we behave happily, joyfully. Yes. How do you behave if you evolve ethically? If we evolve ethically, then we behave peacefully. We speak peacefully. This is the way. This is the way to rationally behaving, happily behaving, mindfully behaving, and peacefully behaving. Kindness evokes happiness. Kindness reminds me of happiness. Another way of saying, for example, kindness reminds me of happiness. Kindness evokes happiness. What else reminds you of happiness? Honesty reminds me of happiness, or honesty evokes. Honesty is associated with happiness. What else reminds you of happiness? Yes, all the human good qualities remind me of happiness. Sincerity, for example. Sincerity reminds me of happiness. Sincerity is associated with happiness. Sincerity evokes happiness. When it comes to happiness, sincerity comes to my mind, or when it comes to sincerity, happiness comes to my mind, because all good qualities lead to happiness. Okay. Investment should always be in what is good and positive. Yes. What is useful, what is beneficial. What does it require? Of course, it requires diligence and it requires striving. Yes. Okay. So investment should always be in the positive side of everything in the positive field. Qualities and investment in the future. Oh, it's a nice motto. Yes, qualities and investment in the future. Quality education, for example, an excellent investment in the future. Investment in the future. We have been investing in education in schools for several years. Yes. Is this investment for just a few years or for a long time? Of course, that investment is for a long time. Okay, let me delete this one. What's it like? Let me cut it here and paste it here. Okay. Is it okay? This is also useless. Okay. It's okay now. I think it's clear. Yes. Investment is a positive activity. It is always good, but investment in education is really a good education in the future. Okay, let me read the image. Oh, in this video, the images are really meaningful. Be so busy improving yourself that you have no time to criticize others. Excellent, yes. Okay. A lifelong investment should serve building our self-improvement. How does self-improvement become possible without being self-centered or without being being obsessed with ourselves? Without being obsessed with ourselves, yes. How does it become possible? Of course, it is really difficult and complex, but first and foremost, I think through sincerity, it becomes possible. Yes, through by means of beautiful human good qualities, starting with sincerity, honesty, diligence, resilience, persistence, it becomes possible. Yes. By being modest, for example, by being modest, by having modesty, it becomes possible to improve ourselves. Okay. Okay, a poem from the context of the presentation by ChatGPT. A symphony for a vibrant lore. Kindness, a melody is lore, as you know, wisdom. For example, folklore may mean people wisdom. Yeah. A symphony for a vibrant lore. Kindness, which is a melody, evokes joy's gleam. Invest in goodness, let positivity stream. In life's investment, an eternal quest, self-improvement, whispers, be your best. Awareness blooms the ego's gentle call, a journey to virtues where happiness won't fall. In the garden of traits, let love's seeds unfold or unroll. For in goodness and justice, we shape a better world. Yes, I hope we do. Okay, all together. The image says again, the positive and negative sides of ego. Yes, it is natural that our ego has a positive side and a negative side, or a positive aspect, a negative aspect, a positive facet, a negative facet. Yes, and in it there are innumerable qualities. Yes, self-reflection, knowing. Yes. Okay. Okay, if we are not aware of if we are not aware of the favorable side, the good side of the ego or self, we neglect the development of personality traits. Yes, so but those traits determine, make up our personality. So what happens if we neglect those character traits? So if we neglect them, it means that we will neglect our personality building, personality improvement, development. Cruelty or oppression, brutality, atrocity reminds me, in fact, cruelty, yes, each of them. Cruelty reminds me of unhappiness. What else reminds you of unhappiness? Arrogance, for example, arrogance reminds me unhappiness because all negative traits lead to unhappiness. So we can also use having arrogance, having cruelty, having oppression. Having arrogance reminds me of unhappiness. What else reminds you of unhappiness? Being autocratic or being tyrannous as an adjective. Yes, being tyrannous reminds me of happiness. Yes, positivity, positiveness remind me of happiness. Yes. Now, the signs of human flourishing. The signs of human flourishing. Our free will should cooperate with the good side of our ego to build a flourishing and strong personality. How can the personality traits be nurtured? Of course, they can be nurtured by learning the other qualities and by practicing them. Okay. Be yourself. Yeah, this is a good motto. Be yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Or be the best version of you. Be the best version of yourself. Yes, so we can be ourselves, we can be a good version of ourselves, then we can be a better version of ourselves, and then we can be the best version of ourselves, and we of course we can maintain it by enhancing it on and on and on, by making it continue, by always doing good and beautiful and right things. If we cherish the positive side of ego, human good qualities are nurtured. Are they accepted individually, locally, nationally, or universally, or globally? Yeah, universally means globally as well. Yes, with the same meaning. Yes, in fact, they are accepted individually, locally, nationally, and universally. And yes, surprisingly, they are accepted globally and universally. It's vice versa. The opposite is also true. They are accepted globally and nationally and locally and individually as well. Yes, almost all virtues are universally prized, universally valued, treasured. Yeah. What are a few of them that come to our mind immediately? Yes, for example, sincerity comes to my mind immediately, and honesty, diligence, integrity. Let's take a look at the images. Integrity, prudence, justice, to be fair, for example, love, respect, courage, hope, faith, again, gratitude, mercy, yes, selflessness, excellent, yes, selflessness. Okay. Our inside is one line or two lines. Our inside is always a land of farewell. Yes, one line from a poem of Cahit Zarifoğlu, a Turkish poet. Our inside is always a land of farewell. Yes, farewell to all negative things one by one, and to gain, to acquire positive qualities one by one. Okay. Break out of your shell. Break out of your shell. Assert yourself. B says, for what? Why? For what? In order to be, to do, and to have what is right, what is beautiful, and what is good. So, be, do, have. Okay. A summary of the presentation by ChatGPT. As you see, this presentation emphasized disciplining intellect, desire, and anger for achieving justice. Now, let me read its original form. As you see, this presentation emphasizes disciplining intellect, desire, and anger for achieving justice. It underscores, this is a nice word, it underscores or emphasizes, underlines the importance of lifelong education, lifelong investment in the future, and self-improvement while addressing ego awareness and nurturing positive traits universally. Positive traits which are accepted universally. Okay. Okay, thank you. And this is all for today. So I wish you a good day and see you in another video with a new topic.